Welcome back, our football fanatics, to another episode of NFL Twin Take, NFL TWINcast. And what is today, Corey?
It is the day before NFL Sunday.
That's right, Christmas Eve, y'all.
NFL Eve.
It feels like it's been forever.
That's the only day the Bears don't have a loss.
I am so excited. So excited.
The Bears are undefeated.
That's right, we're undefeated. We got the Super Bowl 20, about to be Super Bowl 55 for the Bears. But we got the Scharwarth Selectum show. So what are we doing for this, Corey?
So basically, each week we're going to pick 5 of the most interesting games in our opinion, and we're going to go over who we think is going to win and then why we think they're going to win.
Okay, what do we got?
So the first game that I circled is in NFC North, and I think it's just, a lot of people are picking either Minnesota or Green Bay to win the division.
They're all wrong.
They've been the cream of the crop the past couple years
Bears,
in that division.
Bears,
so
2 years ago.
Week 1, these two going at it. I thought that was an interesting game. Kyle, even though I think you're biased and you're going to just bash the Packers, let's hear your opinion first.
Okay, my first opinion is the Packers, for their draft pick at quarterback and running back, are both third string right now. So tell me how that works, Corey. Third string Jordan Love, third string A.J. Dillon. But anyways, Vikings, a big hit with Danielle Hunter out. But they're home. Dalvin Cook's playing. Vikings win it. Are we going points?
If you want to,
okay.
Points.
I don't know. I don't know like the betting line or anything with that. But I'll go. Or how about we just go by how much we think they'll win by?
Oh,
okay. I'll go Vikings by 3.
Okay, so me and Kyle are on the same team there. I got the Vikings, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer than people think. And the only reason I'm picking the Vikings is they are at home. I think they have a stacked roster, and Green Bay overperformed last year for how they actually played each game.
And Dalvin Cook's playing.
And Dalvin Cook's healthy. Cons against the Vikings is Stephon Diggs is gone, and they lost a lot of defensive players.
And Kirk Cousins is allergic to success.
So honestly, this could go either way. I think it's kind of a coin flip.
I think Aaron Rodgers will have a great game.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is going to be on vengeance.
Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams will have good games.
Yeah, it just depends.
I think it'll come down to a field goal either way.
I have the Vikings winning mostly because they're at home. That's my opinion. But the next game I have, which is actually the game of the day, America's game of the week, the Dome Field Advantage, baby. Who dat? Go Saints. People are underestimating this. You have 2 of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. The end of an era of Brees versus Brady.
Shotgun passes.
What, 42 and 43 years old? It's unbelievable that they are playing in the same division. They didn't get a face often when he was in New England. And you have 2 of the greatest to ever do it. If you look up statistics, Brees is first all-time in touchdowns, passing yards, completions, and first downs. Brady's second in every stat. It's 1v2. And it's just awesome to get a
I think the no preseason, too, it just kind of jumped in.
Oh, yeah. It's just, this game's going to be awesome. Look at the Saints have won the division 3 years in a row. They're going for a 4-peat. They've had 3 of the most heartbreaking playoff losses. They're getting compared to Buffalo Bills.
And you have the cream of the crop in the Saints in that division, and then you have the Bucks, who's everyone's trending pick this year. They've literally gotten. They built like a.
They basically went to a nursing home of has-beens and just said, "Hey, you want to come play for us?"
They have a plethora of talent. Difference in this game for me. Mike Evans, I don't care if he plays or not. It's the same hamstring that put him on IR last year. And Brady in that offense, Brady is very particular about his receivers being at the right place at the exact second. And he was with the Patriots for 20 years. He wasn't able to work that often this offseason because of COVID with his new teammates in the system. I think the Bucs are going to be a playoff team for sure, and they're going to gel. But I don't think week 1 in the Dome, Breeze last season. I'm going to go Saints. I'll go Saints by 7.
Here's the deal, Kyle.
Drew Brees, but I think they won it with 2-minute drive by Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' Christ was asked in an interview what he thinks about this season. He said he's turning it loose, laying it all on the line. He's on borrowed time. Wow. He's winning an MVP. Drew Brees will win MVP.
Wow. Thank you, Michelle
Peyton
Tafoya, for that
robbed
update.
him of an MVP when we won the Super Bowl. That was BS.
Thank you, Pam Oliver.
That's why Brees beat you head-to-head in one Super Bowl MVP, Manning. But Drew Brees is deserving of an MVP. He's going to go out on top. This is his year.
Dude,
the Saints have been the most consistent team 3 years in a row. Look at every other team that made the Super Bowl. The Rams went to crap. The Bears went to crap.
Well,
Jacksonville went to crap.
All
these teams, you can't to consistently bounce back after these heartbreaking losses. Maybe the cream of the crop like the Saints. I'm picking the Saints. We're going to show America.
All right,
we're going to look the Buccaneers.
Okay, really?
I got the Saints by I would say 6. I think
Okay,
like 2
yeah,
field goals or
that's a
something.
good pick.
It's
I
gonna be
think
a
it's
one
going to
possession
come
game.
down, to the last 2 minutes. It's going to be back and forth battle between Breeze and Brady.
It's kind of like Kyle said. I think we get the benefit of
Mike
everything
Evans
that's
not
at
in there.
stake. Not even
Them
that.
not being together.
Them
Saints
not
have
being
that
together.
consistency.
It's the first week yet we have everybody back. Most people.
I think
back.
it's going to be an amazing game.
Game
Love
of the week.
watching both of them. But Cory, you should go into being a sideline reporter with that obvious.
Thank you.
Drew Brees said he wants to play well last season.
I will be one.
Every team wants to win tomorrow.
The Saints will probably hire me. The next game, this is a sneaky one because last year it came down to like the final possession, both
Twice,
games.
yeah.
Arizona and San Fran. It's just that division game. Arizona is one of those teams people are picking a lot.
Like the Browns and Bears of last
year. Yeah, they're
year.
getting hyped, man. I mean, Kyler Murray.
I have Kyler Murray in one of my fantasy
teams.
He's
an MVP race. D Hop's there, second year under the system with the Kingsbury.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's exciting. I think we got to see if San Fran can repeat what they just did. But even when San Fran was so dominant last year, Arizona almost had them, and you added D Hop.
So who are you taking?
I'm taking San Fran only for one reason. I think it comes down to the trenches. I think San Fran has the best O-line and D-line.
Yeah,
and it's in San Fran.
I'm taking Niners. I love the Cardinals where they're going to be going. I think their future is so bright. They might even get a wild card this year. I think they just missed out this year. Maybe I think they go 7, 9, 8, and 8 this year. Then next year they go playoffs. But D Hop and Kyler Murray haven't been able to work together yet. It is second year under Kingsbury. They have a plethora of weapons. Still not the greatest O line though. Then defense, they're a little suspect too on defense. I know they have Chandler Jones, who's very underrated. They got Simmons, and then they have Patrick Peterson. So they have some pieces there, but they still have a defense that needs to get better. They have a line that needs to get better, but they have a plethora of talent, a young coach, great quarterback. They got D Hop. So, but I have Niners by 10.
So we basically have picked all the same teams so far.
I love Jimmy G. Niners. Both as a beast.
I got the Niners by only 7.
Okay.
7 or less, to be honest. I think it's a one possession game. Those division games are always tough. San Fran just matches up good. Arizona matches up good against San Fran.
It's like you said, the game's won the trenches. Cardinals O-line's not good. Niners have arguably the best D-line, and Bosa is a beast. And then also running game Niners have. I think Garoppolo is going to come off on a tear when he does throw the ball because everyone's just been bashing him for God knows what reason.
Jealousy.
Yeah, Niners. They come on. The Niners. I mean, nobody would be surprised. I know you usually have a fall off after the Super Bowl, but nobody would be surprised for them to get back there.
I got.
They have everything in place.
Oh yeah, they have the talent. Yeah, I think San Fran's gonna win it. That's the toughest division.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be at least
the probably South, every week we'll be picking.
The South and West already are gonna have 2 teams apiece because it's gonna be Saints and Bucks, and then Niners Seahawks.
And then you don't know if Atlanta or the Rams sneak in.
Atlanta or the Rams? I'd say Cardinals over the Rams.
I don't know. Rams got the talent.
They also have O-line problems and
everybody has problems.
Defense and.
Well, speaking of the Rams, the next game is 2 teams I despise, but it's going to be a great game. Dallas at the Rams, Sunday Night Football. I mean, that's a good game. I mean, 2 years ago, if you even talked to Sean McVay or knew him, you got a job and everybody loved you. Now people have laid off that. They forget how good of an offensive mind he is just because of one mediocre season. Dallas is talked about more than any team in football. I cannot stand it. People are picking them to win the Super Bowl. Go figure.
They've been that way for the last 20 years.
It's going to be interesting because they both have. The Rams are
fan bases.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, the Rams don't show out, but they're like a sexy pick because McVay.
Yeah, but Dallas is getting hype, and I don't know. It's at LA. Kyle, who do you got?
So when it comes to coaches, I definitely have McVay over McCarthy. But the Rams are home, and I think McVay's gonna have them prepared, especially after last year. But I'm going Cowboys, dude. Like, come on, you have a new coach that with the amount of weapons they have on offense, and then that roster last year, I don't know how their defense played that bad with the linebackers and their D line. But come on, man. And then Prescott's on a he's franchise tagged, so he's gonna want to prove it again. I like Prescott. Hell, I have Prescott, Gale, Van Cooper in my fantasy. You got Zeke, you got CeeDee Lamb. I'm going Cowboys.
I also have Dallas. My thing is. The benefit for the Rams is they have a lot of offensive weapons coming back. It's at home. McVay had a full offseason to kind of strategize and use his magic.
And I think McVay is a top 3 coach no matter what his roster is.
Here's my thing with this game. Both of these teams do not play good in prime time.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to win.
Somebody's got to win.
I just
think. The thing is, don't you agree though? Whoever loses, the media's going to crush them.
It's going to be.
They're going to be like, was McVay a 1-year thing, or if the Cowboys lose, they're going to be like, here we go again, Dallas.
No matter what happens with Dallas, that's all we're going to hear the next day. But I have Dallas winning because I think they're going to somewhat live up to expectations. They'll make the postseason. They won't win a Super Bowl.
Well, come on. They're in historically one of the worst divisions. The Eagles are already in the ER room.
But Dallas is stacked. That roster's stacked. If they don't win, that's just sad.
And then we got, one more game?
The last game is actually the second Monday night game. I found this game interesting, but I also picked this game prior to Von Miller getting injured and Sultan being questionable. Tennessee and Denver are both sneaky teams. I think they're both very similar.
Both hard-nosed, run the ball, defense, great.
Not flashy. I just thought this was a fun game. It's in Denver. Denver's hard to play in. It just is.
Oh, yeah, Mile High.
I actually, even with Von Miller being out, Kyle, I picked Denver. I think they still have a lot of weapons. And I know Miller's out, but Nick Chubb's back. I mean, not Nick Chubb. Bradley Chubb's back on defense. Vic Fangio's a great defensive.
I like Fangio.
I think even with Miller out, they're gonna have a decent defense.
Andrew Luck has so many weapons.
Dude, I think at Denver, I think Denver is going to be a team that could fight for that 7th seed this year. Now that they've actually seen, I got Denver beating 10. Also, Tennessee only gets 8 or 9 wins a season. So yeah, they had a magical playoff run, but they still never won their division.
So this is the one where we're finally going to disagree, and it hurts me because I love Fangio, and I had Denver until the Von Miller and Sutton, because Von Miller is in that, he's right in that tier of, he's kind of like J.J. Watt, where he's not in his prime anymore. Because injuries, but he's like that Khalil Mack, that Aaron Donald, that J.J. Watt. Cam Jordan, good. Great. But you know what I mean? And Von Miller is that one man. Right? They have to plan for it. Yep,
you don't
just
sleep
around
at
him.
Night over him up and scoring.
So with him out, and then if Sutton's getting hurt too, it's like, I mean, it sounds crazy, but just Von Miller being out, man, that's huge. Like he's a one-man wrecking show
in the locker room. Confidence.
So I think with the Titans, I think Tannehill will not win the game, but I think he'll do enough, maybe 2 touchdowns. I think Derrick Henry's still an absolute beast. I think their defense will be a little improved. I think they still riding a little high from last year's great postseason run. So I think Titans will pull it off. I was going to go Broncos. I was going to go them, Fangio, year number 2, but with Von Miller out, I'm like, I can't do it.
I think
it'll be close.
I think this is similar to Dallas-Rams game. It has big implications because the hype for both teams, or are they going to, like Tennessee, are they going to take that next step to get to a Super Bowl, or was that just a magical run? Denver, it's like, hey, you're in the 2nd year. You have the talent. Is Locke the quarterback for you? What's up with your guys' franchises? Whoever wins this is going to have a lot of confidence. The loser, it's going to be all.
So we got 4 out of 5 we agreed on.
Yeah, so again, the games we picked, we got Vikings over the Packers. We got the Saints over the Bucks. Niners over Cardinals. Dallas over Rams. And I got Denver over Tennessee. College Tennessee over Denver. What's the point spread on that one? Did we pick a Dallas point spread?
Dallas Rams, we did not. I'm going to go Dallas by 4.
I'm going to go Dallas by 6.
Okay. Then Tennessee, Denver, I'm going Titans by 11.
Dang, I'm going Denver by 3. I think that's going to be a close game. I don't think any of those teams are scoring a lot.
And I gotta do this at the end of each show. So this is Mr. Believer, guys. He's going to be my buddy for my picks each week for the Bears games. So, Mr. Believer.
Time out. You're never going to pick against the Bears. Why is this?
Mr. Believer, what do we have here?
Why don't you just take this off?
We have Trubisky the Truth, Maserati Mitch, and Mitch We Trust, MT10 MVP, Most Improved Player. I got you, Trubisky. I got your back.
Okay, so
Foles came in. He took the job. Trubisky took the job from him. He won that job in training camp, and he owns the Lions. It's like Abreu owning the Cubs. So I'm going to go Bears by 10.
Yeah, so all my friends are going to be upset with me living in Illinois, but I actually have Detroit.
You lost me a friend.
I have Detroit pulling an upset.
You're an idiot.
Kyle, stop drinking beer over there talking all goofy. I got the Lions.
This is actually an energy drink.
Lions started off good last year, and then a couple of bad
out of a Bears mug,
though, by the way.
Bears mug.
It's in Detroit, right?
Who cares?
I got
Dude, you would think the fans were there if it was, because no one goes there.
The other game I did want
to Lions.
The other game I did want to include is Seattle and Atlanta. That's the only other game that I was really intrigued by.
Well, that makes one person.
It's in Atlanta. I have Seattle winning, but I think it's gonna be a 1-possession game. So that's it. We're trying to make these episodes under 15 minutes each week. Something else we're gonna do. We'll probably wait till after the Monday night game and all the games get finished Sunday, but we'll go over weekly power rankings. We'll call it the Scharwarth standings. It will be me and Kyle's top 5. We're gonna
So
try.
we got Scharwarth select him and then Scharwarth stand.
Yeah. So hope you guys enjoy.
Well, hold on. Let's just say who do you have right now going to week 1 real quick?
Going into week 1, number 1, I hate to say it because I want to put the Saints 1, but you have to go with the defending champs, the Chiefs.
Okay. And especially if they're performing.
Anybody who watched, dude,
like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they're even scarier.
Bayou Bengal, baby.
Even
he's scarier.
Over. I didn't think that. I mean, dude.
Oh, he's rookie of the year. Unless
Mahomes is a surgeon.
You got to put him 1. You don't know football if you're going to argue that.
Well, they made a playoff team from last year look like, I mean, dude, it looked like SEC facing like
false. Bill O'Brien did that to them.
Power 5 school.
Number 2. Oh, my favorite quote of that game was the next day. An ESPN reporter was like, "Yeah, what was most he's like, the best part about that game last night was Bill O'Brien's already in midseason form with his play calls." I died laughing.
That's awesome.
Second, it's a coin flip for me, but I put the Ravens over the Saints just because the Ravens dominated the regular season last year. They were the best team until they choked in the playoffs. They had the MVP. Number 3, I put the Saints. You could flip them and Niners, but the Saints and Niners came down to final possession of the game. Breeze without 6.5 games last year. I mean, the Saints have been the best team in NFC for 3 years in a row. We just don't do it in the playoffs. Number 4, Niners. You good with that one?
Oh yeah, I love the Niners.
Niners, Saints, coin flip. And then number 5 from the same division. A lot of people are picking them, but the Seahawks. You got Russell Wilson.
You got Russell Wilson. Come on.
So our power rankings going into week 1 are Chiefs, Ravens, Saints, Niners, Seahawks. But hey,
I agree with all those 5. And if some teams on the outside looking in, you got, I think, could argue, you got for NFC 2 other teams that we'll see how they actually perform. You got the Bucs and Cowboys, and then in AFC you got the Bills and Steelers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we'll see how they all perform.
Maybe after Monday Night Football this week, maybe after Sunday and Monday, we got one of those teams in the top 5.
Yeah. Oh, and then one more thing. My favorite after the game too. DeAndre Hopkins tweets grateful.
Yeah, he got him.
Oh, well, got him.
Hope you guys are excited as we are for NFL
tomorrow's
Sunday.
Christmas Day, baby. We made it. 2020. We're still here.
It's finally here.
We here.
Tune in on Fox 3:30.
You right.
Go Saints. Who
Bear down, my Bear Leavers.